Charge Show is back. And with us today, we have an amazing guest. Her name is Debbie Todd. She's the spunky Christian CPA. She says, do money woes have you stressed out, sleepless, exhausted, and not sure where to turn next? Let me help you with 20 years and over 35,000 hours of financial expertise. My heart mission is to help 1 million struggling families get off the money madness roller coaster once and for all. I will be your caring professional guide on the side to help you achieve your money lifespan dreams one step, one tool, and 1 hour at a time. Hi, Debbie. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Valerie. How are you? Oh, I have to tell you, I just love it when I hear that because it just makes my heart sing.
Mine too. I got really excited about your intro. I love how pragmatic it is, how doable it sounds, and yet you are tackling a very overwhelming problem, right? Money is a very hot topic and it's a very emotional one.
It is. It is so challenging for so many families globally, and it just hurts my heart.
And I
It really
say,
does.
I know there is a big heart-centered mission for you in there. I can sense it in your intro. And I'm
Thank you.
wondering how you got to that place where it became your heart-centered mission. What was your call to adventure? How did you decide to do this particular thing you're doing?
Right. Oh, wow. Well, that's kind of a big wondering question, but I have to
Mm,
say that my mission and my passion to help families um, get a better handle on their money, be able to be more peaceful and more happy, has been a core belief of mine ever since I was probably a teenager.
mm,
Growing up, I was the oldest child of a military family. We moved a lot. We didn't have a lot of money. And, so money was always a very important and sometimes challenging topic in our life, right? And
yes.
so I grew up, and that was part of my thing. Is I wanted to be an accountant because I wanted to change things, right?
Mm,
So I went out and I became an accountant. I started my career, and I really did well. Again, part of that we'll talk about this as far as what drove me to do these things. But I became successful in my career, and you guys remember that little global financial meltdown that happened in 2008,
mm,
right? Well,
mm.
I was running the Treasury Department of a $2 billion a year entity, doing very well, had a lot of prestige, but all around me, my friends, my family, so many people that I saw, my neighbors, were just hurting. I mean, they got clobbered by the recession. They were losing their jobs. They just, and around their kitchen table, there was just so much stress.
Yeah.
And it really tore my heart. And here I am, and I'm already, working. I've got all this prestige, and I'm going, what's going to happen here? I had, by the world's standards, I had it. I mean, I had a
Mm,
great job. I had prestige. I had a career. People looked up to me. But in my heart, I'd come home and I was aching. And
mm.
it took about 18 months. And then I realized that, you know what? I have to do this. I have to
Mm,
stop doing what the world said was the best thing to do. And
mm.
I knew in my heart that I needed to go out and I needed to start my own CPA firm, and that I needed to spend my time focusing on helping families who couldn't afford to pay me a lot of money,
Yeah.
but help teach them, give them the tools that they didn't learn and that they wanted to learn, but didn't know how. And so I could actually help them. That's why my mission is reaching 1 million families, because the
Yes.
ripple effect of reaching 1 million families is going to go way beyond that. So that's what my call to adventure was. My call to adventure was coming to me and saying, God gave me this gift
Mm.
and I needed to use it to help families, not necessarily help the corporate world get richer.
Oh,
That
good for
was that
you.
that was my call. That was my call to adventure.
Mm,
And
good
oh
for
boy,
you.
it's been one.
Hmm. Well, I'm glad that you answered your call.
Yeah,
And
thank
then
you.
what happened? It must have been challenging to walk away from such a big job, the prestige that came with it, right? The money.
Yeah, it was. It was really challenging because I remember, talking with my husband and my family, and they always were very proud. And I just came home and I kept telling my husband, I said, "Sweetheart, um, I don't think I'm going to renew my contract. I really think I need to go do this. And everybody was looking at me like, you're going to do what? And I said, yeah, I really do feel like this. And I have to be really honest. It took me 18 months to make that decision because
Yes.
it's a lot of pressure that we get from our peer groups and from society to follow certain norms. But Valerie, what happened is I would come home at night from doing my job, and my job was really tough at the time because of what I did. And I would look at myself in the mirror, and I'd go, "This is not what you're supposed to be doing,
Wow.
and you know it." And I'll tell you what, that was a struggle for me. I mean, because I knew. I mean, everybody can tell you these things, but Valerie, in working with people just like I do, that we can't lie to ourselves. We
Mm.
just can't do it. I mean, and that's when I finally just came home one night and I said, honey, I'm going to just tell him I'm not going to renew my contract. I gave him 9 months notice and started working on my firm.
Wow.
And I've never looked back.
Mm. What gave you that courage, Debbie, to finally honor what you knew? Like you said, we can't lie to ourselves. Well, we
Yeah.
can, I think we can, and we do, but there are consequences, right? And then
Well, right,
we and
right.
then we get
Yeah.
those kind of proddings from the
Yeah.
universe, sometimes kicks,
Yeah.
sometimes like really clobberings, like go, 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 do what you're
Yeah.
supposed to do. So
Right.
I'm wondering two things. I guess how you knew that you were supposed to do something else. Like what were the telltale signs, I guess, symptoms, if you will, and what it took to finally, after 18 months, muster the courage
Yeah.
and go for it.
Okay. Well, I'm well. This is gonna be a real vulnerable walk for me.